Hey everyone, welcome to the beach with General Sunbeam.
Aloha! Glad you could join us.
Relax, soak up the sun, and enjoy.
Good day, viewers! On to the point! Caution! You are now entering the solar snow spin zone! The solar factor begins, inspired from Bill O'Reilly's Fox News back in the time. Tonight, we are talking about the hard reality of fandom culture, anime conventions, gaming communities, cosplay events, content creation, and the growing confusion surrounding event brands like Fandom Events, Windbloom, Festival 2026, Hoyoverse Inspired Convention in Mesquite, Texas, and the Future of Fans conventions. This is where the sunshine meets the storm. This was the dark and stormy night, wherein the sun shines. Because let's be honest, fans work hard for their freaking money. Vendors work hard for their tables. Artists work hard for their freaking prints. Stickers, commissions, you name it, and merchandise. And cosplayers, the cosplayers spend hours building outfits, clothings. You know, they go shopping, Hobby Lobby, spending $100, $200, $300. Attendees, books, hotels, buy tickets, non-refundable, take time off work, and trust that events will be organized clearly. So when public confusion starts building around ownership, event status, refunds, postponements, branding, ticketing platforms, and who the hell is actually responsible, people have every right to ask questions. Oh, and the music needs. Oh my gosh, I wish the music. Oh my gosh, come on, give me. There you go. Let me loop that. There you go. I wish this music extends. So what was I saying again? Okay. Well, this is unedited, so I'm just being me here. So, as I was saying, you know, cosplayers spend hours building outfits, and all together, the attendees that loves going to conventions, they book hotels, buy non-refundable tickets, take time off work. They have to try hard to convince their boss or supervisors. Okay, can I go to this event, please? It's Friday through Sunday, 3-day weekend. Can I take time off work to attend? And trust that events will be organized clearly. So when public confusion starts building around ownership, event status, refunds, postponements, branding, ticketing platforms, and who the hell is actually responsible? Who the hell is responsible? People have every right to ask questions. Not harassment, not threats, not doxing, just questions. Questions, questions, questions. Who is running the events? Who handles refunds? Who answers vendors? Who confirms guests? Who owns the brand? Who is responsible if things change? That is not drama. That is basic accountability. And this goes beyond one convention. One convention. This is about the entire otaku, anime, gaming, cosplay, and fandom culture space. These communities are supposed to be built on creativity, fun, trust, and shared passion. And I wish the news music would continue. There you go. But when communication gets unclear, confidence drops. When confidence drops, people hesitate. And when people hesitate, events lose support. Now let's talk content creation. Let's talk about freaking content creation. I am a content creator. I post stuff on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, DeviantArt, Twitter X. Like freaking Elon Musk. He must love pornography, right? Hentai, people stripping clothes like going to strip club. That Twitter X. I don't know why it's called X, but I still will call it Twitter. Man. But yes, content creation. Content creation is brutal. It is competitive, and I hate it. Hate it so much. It is oversaturated. Everybody is posting. Everybody is streaming. Everybody wants subscribers, followers, watchers, views, monetization. They want to make money through content creation like what I'm doing. They want to make money being a YouTuber. They want to make money being a Rumbler. They want to make money being a Twitcher, a Twitch or Twitter X, DeviantArt, Patreon, OnlyFans, Pinterest, Instagram. Oh, my heart is beating. Ooh. Back on content creation. It's oversaturated. You know, everybody's posting, everybody's streaming, everybody wants subscribers, followers, views, monetization, attention, clickbaits, and visibility. To be noticed, senpai, notice me. You can work for years and still feel invisible. So, yes, I will say it directly. Support small creators. Give them a chance. Follow, subscribe, share, comment, watch, engage. It costs nothing. It costs nothing to support someone trying to build something honest from the ground up. As General Sunbeam, the content creator, I am not just here to post random clips. Well, sort of, but I am building a brand. I am building Solar News. I am building my creative platform. I am building toward my original anime project, Supremacy, Clash between heroes and villains. This is commentary. This is opinion, but I will try to turn opinions into concrete facts. And this itself is facts because I am producing this content here on YouTube, Rumble. If you get shared or reposted elsewhere, Facebook, Twitter X, by other viewers, okay. So, yes, opinion. This is public discussion. This is not legal advice, not financial advice, and not an instruction to attack anyone. Do please verify important information with official sources. But tonight or late night, the question remains: are fandom events / Lion and Crown LLC still giving fans the trust they deserve? Do fandom events, the owner behind fandom events, still give a beep about their hard-earned money from the weedy attendees that have purchased Windbloom early bird ticket? What about them? What about attendees? They spent their money. They deserve a clear, transparent answer. And are creators being heard in crowded internet? And are we watching a new era of anime, gaming, cosplay, and convention culture rise? Or are we watching parts of it crack under pressure? The solar factor begins now. So caution, you are about to enter the no spin zone, inspired from Bill O'Reilly on Fox News back in the days. Okay, so good day, viewers. On to the point. Content creation is extremely competitive, complicated, and difficult. It is not easy to grow, get seen, get noticed, or win subscribers and followers. It's like presidential election. Oh, let me turn down the YouTube volume. Oh my gosh. There you go. So as I was saying, oh my goodness. And I need to put on my glasses. Okay, so yes, it is difficult. It is not easy to grow, get seen, get noticed, or win subscribers and followers like a presidential election, or when trying to compete here, and that's what I hate. When there are millions of people posting every day, even lousy Johnny Somali and all that, I ain't them. I will be showing images and screenshots of my growth across different social media here and there if I could. Like different social media, including DeviantArt, DA, YouTube, YT, Twitch. Rumble, and other places where I have been trying to build my presence as General Sunbeam, spreading that brand, the GS brand. At this point, I had to be honest. Come on, follow me, subscribe, and support the channel. It can't hurt. It is not that hard to click a button. Click the subscribe button, click the follow button. Well, if you enjoy the content, I mean, at least I put a bit of effort. I mean, it takes a bit of effort, or there is some efforts put into it, the personality or the creative journey. But it's just simply, if you love my content, you find it appealing, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button. I keep asking myself, what do other content creators have that I do not have? I mean, what does Mr. Beast have that I don't have? How did he go viral? How did PewDiePie go viral? How did Markiplier go viral? How did many gamers on Twitch go viral? How they got so many followers? How they rack up followers? How does Osman Gold, Penguin Zero go viral? How do they go viral? How does Peter Chow went viral? How does many voice actors go viral? How does a lot of convention owners that have YouTube and all that went viral? That's what I'm wondering. Like, what do they have that I don't have? How come I got so low amount of views? I don't get a lot of attention on YouTube. So why do some creators grow fast, gain thousands of subscribers, and pull in strong views, while I am still growing low and slow? Gee, I wonder. Did they spend money? Did they spend money on the advertisement to get sponsorship? I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this for free. This is not me attacking anyone, not attacking any YouTuber. I don't believe in all that. Well, I can't guarantee that. This is me speaking honestly and transparently about how frustrating the creator grind can be, even as a streamer, VTuber. When you're trying to go out, you're trying to throw yourself out there and make a name for yourself, it is hard. I have been putting in effort, posting content, sharing updates, at least making a little bit of edits if I could, but I don't really like editing. I post it as it is, just being myself, promoting my work, and trying to build something meaningful. My goal is bigger than just posting random videos. I want to grow General Sunbeam, the GS, build my creative platform, promote my Wattpad story, supremacy, clash between heroes and villains, and eventually work toward my dream of becoming an animator and producing my own anime style project. So, yes, I am asking directly: follow, subscribe, share, repost, watch, comment, and help support the journey. And I greatly appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button or follow button. And as always, you can see me on Twitch, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube. I mean, it's out there, and my content is over like 800 something on my YouTube channel, General Sunbeam. And once again, I'm trying to be like Monty Ohm, Ruby, Rooster Teeth, Ruby, RWBY, that American web animation, and many other animators or anime producers that got their anime series posted on Crunchyroll, streaming on Crunchyroll. The typical big three or big five on the Shonen Jump, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball franchise, Naruto, Boruto, Naruto Shippuden, and One Piece. I mean, I don't know how, I mean, all those anime on Shonen Jump. That's what I'm referring to. I'm trying to be like those creators, and it's hard because none of the artists or anyone that can animate that have years of animation experience willing to work for me or help me get there. I mean, all I have is creativity. That's all I can say. Now, let's see what else. Yeah, support the journey. Help me get there. Growth is hard, but I am still putting my best foot forward. I may be growing slowly, but I am still moving. At least as long as I'm still around. Now, moving on to the point. First addendum or the next addendum coverage was talk about Windbloom 2026, fandom events, Lion and Crown, and public event confusion. Let's enjoy the beach theme out of it. Now on to the point. The next point: Windbloom 2026 and the surrounding fandom events situation still needs careful public discussion. Well, to the best of my abilities, this is exactly the kind of topic where people should slow down, verify information, and avoid jumping straight into accusations without documents, official sources, or direct confirmation. Based on public event listings and screenshots, Windbloom 2026 appears to be listed for August 21 through 23rd, 2026 at the Mesquite Convention Center right next to or within the Hampton Inn Hotel in Mesquite, Texas. It is like quarter away to Dallas City. The event page presents Windbloom as a fan celebration connected to gacha slash anime style fandom culture, including communities around games such as Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and similar fan interests. And of course, those three. The latter above is by Hoyoverse, formerly MiHoYo, and Genshin Impact was founded around 2019 when it was out. That's when only the first region is, I believe, Mondstadt before Liyue. But those two around the early time when Genshin Impact is released to the open public. At the same time, there is public confusion because the official Fandom Events website states that Fandom Events LLC has ceased operations and will not be producing future events. The same status update says that on January 26, 2026, Fandom Events LLC sold and assigned certain intellectual property assets, including event names, branding, and related digital assets, to Lion and Crown LLC. This is where the concern begins. If Fandom Events says it is no longer operating and no longer producing future events, but listings connected to familiar event names still appear online, then attendees, vendors, artists, guests, and community members may reasonably ask questions. Who is operating the event now? Who is responsible for ticketing? Who is responsible for vendor contracts? Who handles refunds? Who communicates with attendees? Who answers if something changes? The official Fandom Events statement also says Lion and Crown LLC did not assume Fandom Events debts, liabilities, obligations, refunds, or claims related to past events. That wording or that phrasing matters because it means people should not automatically assume that the new owner of branding or event names is responsible for old obligations from prior company. At the same time, people should also verify whether any current event listing is being operated by the former company, a new brand owner, a third party ticketing platform, or another event management group. This does not automatically mean wrongdoing. It means there is enough public confusion that attendees and vendors should verify before spending money, booking travel, buying hotels, purchasing vendor tables, or committing to expensive plans. My consumer awareness advice is simple, and I might just throw it out there. If you have already spent your money or going to be spending more money, then would you work hard for? I'm just gonna throw my consumer awareness advice out there. Check official event pages, check ticketing terms, save screenshots, confirm refund policies, verify hotel cancellation deadlines, check vendor contracts, and contact official support channels directly. If an event changes ownership, changes dates, changes venue, or changes management, attendees and vendors should ask for clear written confirmation. I also want to be careful about legal claims. I am not presenting allegations, lawsuits, or social media complaints as proven facts unless there is a reliable official source, court record, or direct statement that confirms it. Social media comments, Reddit posts, Facebook discussions, and community rumors can be useful for awareness, but they are not the same as verified evidence. People can share concerns, but they should avoid harassment, doxing, threats, or making claims that cannot be backed up. For Windbloom 2026 specifically, the safest public message is this: the event appears to still be listed online, but the public status of fandom events creates questions that attendees and vendors should verify directly before purchasing, traveling, or committing money. Anyone interested should confirm who is currently operating the event, who owns the event brand, what the refund policy is, and what happens if the event is postponed, canceled, transferred, or reorganized. Once again, this is not legal advice. This is public commentary providing consumer awareness and community discussions. The goal is not to attack anyone. The goal is to help people protect their money, protect their time, and make informed decisions. Make informed decisions. Sorry, I got distracted by. Oh, sorry, I just got distracted by Facebook messengers. All right, so yeah, this is from Facebook. All right, sorry for that. Just got distracted. What the heck was I saying? So once again, this is not legal advice. This is public commentary and consumer awareness and community discussions. The goal is not to attack anyone. The goal is to help people protect their money, to protect the attendees, vendors, artists, and anyone else, to protect your money, protect their time, and make informed decisions. Suggested questions for attendees and vendors. I'll reiterate once more. Who who is currently operating Windbloom Festival 2026 at Mesquite Hotel at the Mesquite Convention Center / the Hampton Inn Hotel? Is Fandom Events LLC still involved in any operational role, or is another company handling the event? I think that's very unlikely. What role does Lion and Crown LLC have regarding the Windbloom name, branding, or additional assets? Or is Lion and Crown the same ownership as Fandom Events, eluding financial responsibilities and stealing the hard-earned money of attendees? Oh, beats me. I don't know. Pardon me. Get some water break. Who is responsible for customer service? Vendor agreements, artist alley communication, refunds, chargebacks, and event changes. If the event is canceled or postponed, what refund policy applies? That is what I'm personally wondering. Or for those that spent the early bird tickets on Windbloom Festival 2026, there have been comments on the event page on Facebook asking. There are a few users, Facebook users, that inquired that. Does the ticketing platform issue refunds automatically if the event is canceled without a rescheduled date? That's what I'm wondering. Are hotel rooms, flights, travel plans, vendor supplies, and table purchases refundable? Are guests, vendors, artists, and programming officially confirmed by current event operator? Until answers are clear, attendees and vendors should document everything, save event pages, ticket receipts or invoice, emails, vendor agreements, social media announcements, refund terms, and screenshots with dates. If something changes later, having a paper trail helps. My personal position is simple. Anime, gaming, cosplay, and fan communities deserve transparency, open book, and open expression. Everything should be on open tables, hands above the table. Fans work hard for their money. Vendors work hard to prepare inventory. Artists spend time and money making prints, stickers, merch, and displays. Guests and attendees deserve clear communication. So, for anyone following Windbloom 2026, fandom events, Lion and Crown, or related convention updates, verify first, spend your money carefully. Keep records and check official sources before making final plans. Further addendum related to this Windbloom 2026, fandom events, Lion and Crown, Tixar support, and public community reactions. On to the next point again, there's just following up about Windbloom, the future of Windbloom, or the fate of fandom event, and this new company of Lion and Crown. What's going on here? So the point, following up point, there appears to be ongoing confusion around Windbloom 2026. Fandom events, Lion and Crown, ticket validity, refund responsibility, and whether attendees or vendors should still feel confident about future events connected to the Fandom Events brand. Based on the official Fandom Events status page, once again, Fandom Events LLC states that it has ceased operations and will not be producing future events. The same public notice states that certain intellectual property assets, including event names, branding, and digital assets, were sold and assigned to Lion and Crown LLC on January 26, 2026. The notice also states that Lion and Crown LLC did not assume Phantom Events debts or money owed, liabilities, obligations, refunds, or claims related to past events, which is very shady, dishonest, and bad business practice. That sounds like eluding financial responsibility and stealing the hard-earned money of all the attendees and consumers that have spent in past years related to this brand. That wording is important because it creates a serious consumer awareness question. If the old operating company says it is no longer producing events, but familiar event names and pages are still visible online, attendees and vendors should verify who is currently responsible for each event, each ticket, each vendor contract, and each refund decision. The official Windbloom website also states that Windbloom is proceeding as scheduled and that preparations remain underway. It also says that the entity previously associated with the website is no longer operating and that certain intellectual property assets related to the event name and branding were transferred through an asset only transaction. The page says the event continues under its current operating structure and that no ticket sales, vendor applications, registrations, or sponsorships are currently being accepted through that website, which is very odd and suspicious and elusive. That creates a mixed public picture. On one hand, the Fandom Events status page says Fandom Events LLC is no longer hosting future events. On the other hand, the Windbloom status page says Windbloom is proceeding as scheduled. That does not automatically prove wrongdoing. However, it does justify public questions from attendees, vendors, artists, guests, and community members. The Tixar group page still lists fandom events and include event links such as Windbloom 2026, Windbloom Exhibitors 2026, Enchanting Shadows, Enchanting Shadows, Enchanting Shadows Exhibitors Portal, and Alt Life Expo. This is another reason people may feel confused because the public facing event slash ticketing side may still show Fandom Events branding, while the official Fandom Events website says that company has ceased operations. According to the user provided screenshot of a Tixar fan support response, Tixar appears to explain that the event organizer decides refunds and event changes, while Tixar is only the ticketing provider. The screenshot also appears to advise contacting the event organizer directly at josh@fandomevents.org. This should be described carefully as a screenshot of a support message, not as independent legal proof. Another user provided screenshot appears to show a longer support style response saying that Anime New Mexico has been postponed to 2027 and that previously purchased tickets and vendor passes would roll over and remain valid once a new date is announced. The same screenshot appears to state that Windbloom is still moving forward as planned and will be operated by longtime members of the Phantom Events team. It also appears to say that no existing events have been canceled, refunds are not being issued, and purchases remain valid. If quoted publicly, this should be framed as, according to the screenshot of a support response, not as a final legal determination. Screenshots can be useful for commentary, but viewers should still verify with official sources. There is also visible public criticism in the screenshot. A public commenter shown as Matthew Vu on Facebook wrote, in part that they question whether Windbloom will be as good or even better than before after the situation. The commenter also said that if the event is still happening on the same weekend as ColossalCon Texas, they would recommend ColossalCon Texas instead. The commenter further stated that they no longer support or recommend events originally created by Fandom Events LLC. That comment should be treated as one person's public opinion, not as verified fact. However, it does show the kind of concern circulating among members of the anime gaming convention and vendor community. People are not only asking whether the event exists, they are asking whether the event will be organized well, whether it is worth the money, and whether attendees should choose another convention happening around the same time or the same date. At this time, I would not publicly claim that fandom events, Lion and Crown, or any individual owner is bankrupt unless there is an official bankruptcy filing, court record, or reliable legal source. The safer wording is, I have seen public confusion and concerns, but I have not verified any bankruptcy claim. The official fandom events page uses the phrase legal and administrative processes for prior event matters, but that is not the same thing as confirmed bankruptcy. The main consumer awareness questions remain: once again, who is currently operating Windbloom Festival 2026? If it continues to be held at Mesquite Convention Center in Mesquite, Texas, near Dallas, at the Hampton Inn Hotel, who is responsible for customer service, ticketing questions, vendor agreements, artist alley issues, and refund decisions? If Windbloom is proceeding under a current operating structure, what company or team is that structure under? What role does Lion and Crown LLC have beyond ownership of certain intellectual property assets? If Fandom Events LLC is no longer producing future events, why do some public ticketing/event pages still show Fandom Events branding, like on the Tixar.com that is showing the Fandom Event brand of all these events under that brand? If Anime New Mexico has been postponed to 2027, what written confirmation has been provided to ticket holders and vendors? If refunds are not being issued because events are still moving forward, what happens if the event later changes again? Are guests, vendors, artists, venue contracts, and programming officially confirmed by the current operator? The safest public advice is simple. Just verify before spending more money. Save screenshots, save your invoice, save email, save Tixar receipts, save vendor agreements, save hotel cancellation deadlines, save flight cancellation deadlines. If you are a vendor, artist, guest, or attendee, or any customer, request written clarification from the current event organizer before making more financial commitments toward that. For Let me take a look. I will pause right there and then proceed to part two of this continued commentary content. Okay, continuing on the segment of this content. As I was saying, for people who already bought tickets regarding Windbloom Festival, regarding Phantom Event, Lion and Crown, for its events under that brand, for people who already purchased tickets, the practical next steps are: check your Tixar account for current ticket status. Check your Tixar account for current ticket status. Contact Tixar support for ticketing. Side questions. Contact the event organizer directly for refund, postponement, or event operation questions. Check the official Windbloom page for event status. Check the official fandom events status page for company status updates. Avoid relying only on Facebook comments, Reddit rumors, or screenshots without confirmation. This is not This is not legal advice. This is public commentary, consumer awareness, and community documentation. The goal is not to harass, attack, dox, or target anyone. The goal is to help attendees, customers, consumers, vendors, artists, and fans understand why people are confused and why written verification matters. And to protect your hard earned money. You work hard for your money. You work 10 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours. You're tired. It's a long day. I'm here to protect your money to make sure you're not scammed, conned, or stolen. I don't appreciate bad business and dishonesty, so transparency and open communication matters. My personal commentary position is this: anime and gaming fans deserve clear, transparent, open communication. Vendors deserve clear contracts. Artists deserve reliable event planning. Guests deserves professionalism. Attendees deserve to know who is responsible before they spend money, book hotels, travel, or promote an event. Until everything is fully clear, the best message is verify first, save proof, save your receipt or invoice, ask direct questions, and make careful decisions. Moving forward, I also want this document to include a broader public safety reminder about health, cleanliness, disease prevention, and responsible community awareness. Diseases should be taken seriously without creating panic, whether people are discussing the hantavirus, the Andes, however you pronounce it, Andes virus, Ebola, COVID-19, SARS, bacterial infections or germ infections, viruses, germs, or other illnesses. The basic message is the same: stay aware, stay clean, stay informed, and take care of your health. Again, safety is number one priority. The hantaviruses are serious viruses that are spread mainly by rodents. The CDC explains that people can be exposed through contact with rodent urine, drop ins, saliva, or contaminated air stirred up from rodent waste. Ugh. The Andes virus is a specific hantavirus that is known to have limited person to person spread, usually through close contact with an ill person. But most hantavirus concern still comes from rodent exposure. Symptoms can begin like the flu, including fever, tiredness, muscle aches, headaches, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain. More severe cases can affect breathing and become life-threatening. The practical lesson is simple: prevent rodent infestations, keep homes and workplaces clean, do not sweep or blow around rodent droppings, and use proper disinfecting methods. Use proper disinfecting methods when cleaning contaminated areas. Ebola is also a serious disease, but it spreads differently. The CDC explains that Ebola is not spread just by walking near someone in public or by casual air exposure. Ebola spreads through direct contact with body fluids from a person who is sick or has died from the disease, or through contaminated items. WHO, the World Health Organization, also explains that Ebola outbreaks require strong public health action, including patient care, infection prevention, contact tracing, laboratory testing, safe burials, vaccination where appropriate, and community communication. The important message is to respect public health guidance, avoid misinformation, and seek medical care quickly if symptoms or exposure risks are serious. Health safety should not be treated as a joke when people's lives are involved. Wash your hands, take showers regularly, keep your home clean, use disinfectant when needed, use hand sanitizer when soap and water are not available. Be careful around trash, pests, bodily fluids, standing water, dirty surfaces, and crowded spaces where illness can spread. If you feel sick, monitor your system. I mean, if you feel sick, monitor your symptoms, rest, drink water, avoid spreading illness to others, and contact a doctor or healthcare provider when needed. And do let your management or your immediate supervisor know that you're not feeling well. Give them a heads up if you can. Yeah, you're feeling sick. Communication is key here, and it is responsible that you communicate in advance, a heads up if you can, if you're not feeling well. Oh boy. If vaccines are available and recommended for your situation, speak with a healthcare provider about staying up to date. You only get one life. You only get one life. It is not like a video game. This is real life. So taking care of your health is not weakness. It is responsibility, it is accountability and liability. Take care of yourself, and again, safety is number one priority. I also want to return back to Boulder Ridge by some communities in Pflugerville, Texas, or moving on to that subject regarding Boulder Ridge. Boulder Ridge is a community neighborhood in Central Texas, located in the Pflugerville area. In the Pflugerville area, some communities currently list a pool attendant part-time position for Boulder Ridge at $14 per hour, classified as seasonal and part-time. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm still tired. The official job posting describes duties such as maintaining a clean and sanitary pool area, making sure safety equipment is present, documenting pool chemical checks as required, monitoring residents entering and exiting the pool area, helping ensure pool rules are followed, cleaning pool bathrooms, sweeping the pool deck, straightening furniture, reporting damaged items, removing weeds when needed, and cleaning clubhouse or common areas as needed. This this type of position, oh my gosh. This type of position can be a good opportunity for someone who wants consistent seasonal work, community experience, and a practical job close to home. It also supports a bigger goal: keeping the neighborhood clean, safe, respectful, and welcoming. A pool attendant is not just sitting by the pool. The role helps protect the community atmosphere, supports residents and guests, watches for safety concerns, as well as reporting it, and helps management maintain the property. Boulder Ridge itself is worth looking into for people who are interested in living in a manufactured mobile home community in the Pflugerville and Central Texas area. Anyone interested in renting, buying, or learning more should speak directly with the Boulder Ridge office or Sun Communities for official details. Pricing, availability, rules, and application requirements. Sun Communities also has a referral program listed on its website with rewards advertised for eligible renter and home buyer referrals, though conditions and restrictions apply and the program can change. My personal message for the neighborhood is simple. We are neighbors. We are neighbors, and we should try to treat each other with respect. A strong community is not built by ignoring each other. It is built by communication, cleanliness, safety, responsibility, and basic kindness. People should follow pool rules, respect the staff. Yeah, follow pool rules, respect the staff, supervise children, keep the area clean, avoid glass, avoid alcohol where prohibited, avoid smoking in restricted areas, and listen to posted signs and pool instructions. A safe pool area protects everyone. Now back to Phantom Events slash Lion and Crown. Regarding Phantom Events slash Lion and Crown and Windbloom and similar conventions concerns under that brand, going back to there, I want to be clear and careful. Public listings have shown Windbloom 2026 connected to fandom events. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm falling asleep. The public listings have shown Windbloom 2026 connected to fandom events on Tixar, but the situation has also caused confusion for attendees, vendors, artists, and fans. I have seen people raise concerns online about event event ownership, refunds, communication, contracts, and accountability. However, unless a claim is confirmed through official records, court documents, direct organizer statements, venue confirmation, or written was it or written ticketing support, it should be treated as an allegation or unresolved concern rather than a proven fact. That said, customers and attendees still have every right to ask serious questions. People work hard for their money. Vendors pay for tables. Artists spend time preparing inventory. Cosplayers spend money on travel, hotels, outfits, and supplies. Attendees may take time off work and plan months in advance. Oh my gosh, falling asleep. Well, I'll just have to pause right here because I'm nodding off to sleep and I need to rest because I'm gonna head out to do lunch drop for Friday. Today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday, so I've been streaming Thursday late night to Friday morning. And I'm tired, so I'm gonna just pause here and just follow up with another content add on here. For anyone, again, I'm General Sunbeam. Just thank you for watching, hearing me out, and watching this live stream, hearing me blog and vlog and express, pointing out everything what's going on and delivering the news. Again, this is news and politics, so viewer discretion is advised. And yeah, thank you for hearing me out from start to finish. Okay, General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Tide 10 back. All right, so continuing this content here, since I passed out, was nodding off to sleep, I was feeling very drowsy and tired, and I had to be alert when doing my lunch drop gig, going out to ATX, doing my lunch drop, catering delivery. Now I'm back and trying to continue this content. So as I was saying, so that said, customers and attendees still have every right to ask serious questions. Let me play the music. Serious. Customers and attendees still have every right to ask serious questions. People work hard for their money. Vendors pay for tables. Artists spend money preparing inventory. Cosplayers spend money on travel, hotels, outfits, and supplies. And attendees and consumers may take time off work and plan months in advance. When communication is unclear, people can lose trust very quickly. That is why transparency matters. Organizers should clearly explain who owns the event. They need to communicate this to their customers. It's not fair to leave attendees, consumers who spent their hard earned money left in the dark like that, ignored. So, who runs the event? Who owns the event? Who is responsible for refunds? Who is handling vendor agreements? Whether the venue is confirmed, whether guests are confirmed, and what happens if an event is postponed, transferred, canceled, or changed. My position is not about attacking anime, gaming, cosplay, or convention culture. I support fandom culture. I support artists, vendors, cosplayers, gamers, anime fans, voice actors, and creative communities. Believe it or not, the issue is accountability, responsibility, and liability with the organizers and their honest and sincere communication to all the congoers, the customers, consumers, attendees, vendors, artists. We, the anime cosplayer convention, and all the consumers deserve to be addressed and to be heard, have their voice heard, to know what's going on. A good event should communicate clearly, honor agreements, respect customers, and protect attendees from confusion, and to make sure that their money is worth the trip and the event by giving them their ticket and making sure that they are well addressed, and you communicate to them, you address to them, let them know and that they deserve the proper information and not to be ignored and have their money swept under the rug, swindled, conned, or stolen from them. A bad event leaves people guessing, waiting, arguing, and wondering whether their money is safe. For consumer protection, the best advice remains verify first, save proof, and ask direct questions. Save screenshots of ticket pages, refund policies, emails, receipts, invoice, hotel cancellation deadlines, vendor agreements, texts, and official announcements. Contact the ticketing platform, venue, hotel, bank, credit card company, and event organizer directly. If something seems wrong, use lawful options such as refund requests, chargeback review, consumer complaints, or legal consultation. Do not rely only on rumors, gossip, hearsay, he said, she said, just made up BS comments and such. Discord screenshots or social media comments. Use documentation or document all that. I do not support scams. I do not support dishonest business practices, unclear ownership, hidden responsibility, or careless handling of customer money. There is no place for exploitation or deception in any fandom community or any storefront public businesses. If wrongdoing is proven through evidence, it should be handled through lawful accountability, proper reporting, consumer protection channels, and the courts or law enforcement agencies. Anger is understandable when people feel misled and not be well informed, but public commentary should stay focused on facts, concrete facts, documentation, and protecting consumers. The overall message is this document is simple. Safety, health, honesty, and community responsibility matter. Disease safety matters, pool safety matters, neighborhood safety matters, consumer protection matters. Whether I am working as a seasonal part-time pool attendant that I'll be soon working in the next 2 hours after picking up my wife from work, creating content, reporting on community issues, or speaking up about convention concerns. I believe people deserve clear communication, fair treatment, and respect for their hard earned money. DeviantArt. Now, moving on to the next point, the next addendum topic I want to cover on here. DeviantArt scam awareness, cold solicitation, and creator frustration. I want to address a recurring problem I have seen on DeviantArt and similar creative platforms. Suspicious cold messages from users who claim they like a writer's story, characters, or original concept, then quickly try to move the conversation off platform to Discord or another outside messaging service. The pitch usually sounds friendly at first. They may say something like, I love your story, your characters are amazing, or this would make a great webcomic or webtoon. Then the conversation changes direction into an artist solicitation, commission pitch, or vague business offers. To be clear, real artists and collaborators do exist. Not every person who offers art help is automatically a scammer. I do want to be fair on that. However, the suspicious pattern is when the message feels copied and pasted, the account looks new or empty, the person does not meaningfully engage with the actual story, and they push the creator to Discord or Telegram before any trust is built. Some accounts appear to be made only for solicitation and then disappear or get deleted by the DeviantArt administrators or moderators. That behavior makes writers, literature creators, and original character creators feel targeted rather than genuinely appreciated, which is so retarded. For storytellers like myself, this is especially frustrating because the message pretends to be personal. A writer wants real feedback. Again, a writer wants real feedback. A writer wants someone to actually read the story, understand the characters, feel immersed, and care about the world building. When someone says they love the project but immediately turns it into a sales pitch, it can feel dishonest, ingenuine, insincere. It feels less like community support and more like someone fishing for money, attention, or off platform access in a greedy, selfish manner. The red flags are simple: generic compliments, fast requests to move to Discord, Telegram, or any other website platforms like WhatsApp, no clear professional portfolio, no clear contract, no clear pricing, no real discussion of copyright ownership, and no pressure. I'm sorry, no real discussion of copyright ownership and pressure to decide quickly. A serious collaboration should involve clear terms: who owns the story, who owns the art, is it paid work, shared venue, or volunteer collaboration? Is there a written agreement? Are there deadlines? What happens if someone quits? What happens if someone quits? Without those answers, creators should be careful. My position is this: I do not appreciate spam, botting, fake praise, dishonest solicitation, or people pretending to care about a story just to sell something. If someone genuinely likes my work, they can comment publicly, favorite the work, give thoughtful feedback, watch the page, or communicate respectfully. Real support does not need to start with pressure. Real collaboration should be transparent, respectful, and honest, and sincere. DeviantArt has tools that can help reduce this problem, including reporting spam profiles, reporting suspicious messages, blocking users, and limiting messages to people you watch. Those tools matter because creators deserve to protect their inbox, their time, their mental energy, and their creative work. Despite the frustration, I also want to acknowledge my own progress. My own progress. I have been growing on DeviantArt. I have around 473 to 475 watchers, and that still means something. It may not be viral growth, but it is still growth. Every watcher is proof that the page is moving forward. Even if comments are low, even if the attention is not where I want it to be yet, the account is not dead. It is slowly building. At the same time, I want to be honest about the emotional side of content creation. It is discouraging to get views but not many comments. It is discouraging to feel watched but not heard. It is discouraging to post stories, images, original characters, and creative ideas while feeling like people are just passing by without saying anything. I do not want fake attention, but I do want real engagement. I want people to respond, comment, ask questions, and care about the creative world I am building. While I'm not putting serious amount of manual human effort, I'll be honest with that. I am putting some form of effort, like little bit of effort, at least I can say. I'm here, I'm communicating, I'm making content. This is the real me. I do use AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, to produce original concept, original characters like the backdrop and all that. But at least you can give me credit for being honest. I'm not trying to scam or steal any money, large sum of money. I want to make sure that I'm not trying to be put on the controversial or the drama watch list or whatever. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not Johnny Somali or any pranksters. I'm not no troublemaker. I have been well disciplined. But I care about my original concept and my original characters. I care about my stories that I have produced on Wattpad. I'm still stuck at 10 followers all these years, and I'm very unhappy and frustrated about it. I have also stepped away from several Discord communities because I did not feel recognized, acknowledged, or noticed, or supported there. Again, I have also stepped away from several Discord communities, just kicking myself out of those servers because I did not feel recognized, acknowledged, noticed, or supported there. Some niche adult-oriented communities are built around very specific fantasy themes, such as sinking fantasy, mud or quicksand style fantasy, monster theme fantasy, or in foot focus or body feature focused artwork. And again, not safe for work, adult, severe discretion is advised. Those communities can be highly specialized, competitive, and difficult to stand out in. Even when someone posts regularly, they may still feel invisible. Again, invisible, recognized, acknowledged, and they just be ignored like that. If the group already has its favorite artists, personalities, or long established members, Leaving those spaces does not mean failure. Sometimes leaving a group is a healthy decision when the environment no longer supports your goals or care about you. If you don't feel acknowledged, if you don't feel like people care about you, forget about them. Just leave. That's what I did. I'm tired of being ignored. I'm tired of being overlooked. I'm tired of being like invisible, not seen, and not have my voice heard. So I left those groups. I left those quicksand groups. And even on DeviantArt, YouTube, I have low views. I don't feel acknowledged either. I'm just invisible, invisible, invisible. If a Discord server, niche community, or fandom group makes a creator feel ignored, reduced to a category, or emotionally drained, it is reasonable to step back and focus on better platforms, safer collaborations, and healthier audience building, which I hope. I just focus on what I can do in my own control, and I'll just produce my own content on my own channel in my own home turf. My goal, my goal is bigger than chasing one niche or one group's approval. I want to grow as General Sunbeam, my own brand, the GS brand, General Sunbeam, or Sunbeam 007, Sunbeam, the bright orange sun. You know, you look at the sun, it's a clear, bright, sunny day. Go out, touch grass, go out and smell the roses, sunbathe, and enjoy the warm beach. That kind of picture I want to paint. So again, I want to grow as the General Sunbeam brand, the Solar brand. I want to build my original stories, including Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains, my original story I wrote on Wattpad back in 2013, 2014. I want my original characters to be recognized. I want real readers, real comments, real collaborators, and real creative momentum. I may be growing slowly, but I am still growing. Nonetheless, I'm still posting content, live streaming, trying to get my voice heard, putting search engine optimization hashtags and tags, opening up to a lot of social medias, risking my identity out there on the internet, the general public of the internet and social medias. The lesson is simple. Protect your work, protect your inbox, and protect your peace. Again, the lesson is simple. Protect your work, protect your inbox, and protect your peace. Do not let fake praise, spam accounts, or low engagement destroy the value of your creative vision. A creator can be overlooked for a long time before finally finding the right audience. For me, I doubt that. I don't think anybody actually cares about me, despite that I'm honest and sincere about me disclosing any AI usage, AI art. I credit the source of that what art I use, and you have to give me that. I'm honest, and I don't charge anybody money for it. I'm not trying to solicitate or try to make money out of it. I'm just trying to have fun doing what's right and following my dreams and chasing my dream in-game career goal to become an animator like Monty Ohm and many other Shonen Jump animator that have got their anime on Crunchyroll. Can't stress that enough. Again, finding the right audience. It will take me a long time till I find the right audience to finally feel that that I'm no longer invisible. I'm finally being talked, mentioned, being put on news or whatever. I doubt that. The answer is not to give up. Pretty much, I'm still persevering. Oh, so that's the music I'm hearing. Okay. All right. The answer is not to give up. The answer is to keep improving, keep documenting, keep posting, keep networking carefully, and keep building a platform that belongs to you. I want genuine collaboration, not empty solicitation. I want real comments, not bot style messages. I want honest support, not fake interest. I want to be noticed for the work, the story, the characters, and the long term creative mission. That is the message. That is the message. Creators deserve respect, writers deserve real readers, and original stories deserve more than spam. I have shown those I have shown those cold outreach on my previous content that I have covered. If it is posted for all to see, if it is posted out there and is already posted on YouTube and Rumble on my YouTube and Rumble channel, if not, well, it will be posted soon. Additional section. Now moving on to the next point of the subject topic here on this content. Additional section: examples of story to comic solicitation messages on DeviantArt DA. Once again, another pattern I want to document is the repeated story to comic or story to webtoon outreach style that appears in comments and direct messages on DeviantArt. On that DeviantArt website, these messages often begin with praise. They may say the story feels professionally written, emotional, visual, cinematic, or perfect for a comic adaptation. On the surface, that sounds encouraging. However, the concern begins when the message quickly turns into a commission pitch, outside contact request, or Discord invitation. For example, one message that can be said, copy and paste, said the story feels professionally crafted and would be perfect for a comic adaptation. The same message then said the scenes would look amazing and that the characters would come to life beautifully before asking to continue the discussion on Discord. Another message said the story was super visual and comic ready, and then immediately stated that the sender was a comic artist open for commissions and wanted to adapt the story into a comic. A third example was longer and more detailed. It claimed to have excuse me, it claimed to have finished reading the story and gave specific praise about the writing, tone, character connection, atmosphere, mud texture, symbolism, and live stream style segments. That message sounded more personal than the shorter pitches, but it still followed the same general pattern. Strong praise first, then a request to continue talking further about the story and ideas. This is why the situation is confusing. Some messages may be genuine, some may be sales tactics, some may be copied and slightly customized to sound sincere. The key issue is not that someone likes the story, the issue is when praise becomes a doorway into solicitation. A real reader may comment, ask questions, favorite the work, or discuss the story naturally. A suspicious solicitor often moves quickly toward Discords, Telegram, WhatsApp, WeChat, or any other instant chat rooms. Commissions, comic adaptation, webtoon conversation, or paid work. That does not automatically prove fraud, but it is enough to treat the message with caution. This is especially important for writers and original character creators. A story is intellectual property. Characters, names, world building, lore, and plot lines are creative assets. If someone offers to adapt a story into a comic, several serious questions must be answered before moving forward. Who owns the artwork? Who owns the adapted comic? Is it paid commission work, shared ownership, or collaboration? Is there a written contract? Can the artist use the characters in their portfolio? Can they post the comic publicly? What happens if the project is unfinished? Without clear answers, the creator may lose control, money, time, or trust. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm wondering. A professional collaboration should never feel rushed. It should include a real portfolio, clear pricing, clear terms, clear boundaries, written agreement, payment protection, and respect for the creator's ownership. A serious artist should be willing to communicate clearly on platform first and should not pressure a writer to move to Discord immediately. If the person avoids basic questions, gives vague answers, or pushes urgency, that is a solid red flag. Basically, they should not be moving to Discord and to stay on DeviantArt or ArtStation, Furfinity, any sort of forum. They must stay on that main website. They shouldn't be moving off platform to Discord, Telegram, Blue Sky, or whatever. That is a red flag. The examples I saved or that I might have shared on any of my live streams or previous content on YouTube, Rumble, or maybe Twitch. The example I saved shows why creators should document suspicious outreach or any form of solicitations. Screenshots matter. They show the message pattern, the username, the date, and the wording. If the account later disappears, gets deleted, or changes names, the screenshot remains useful as a record. Documentation helps creators protect themselves and explain the issue clearly without exaggerating. Without exaggerating. My position is simple. I welcome genuine readers, real artists, and honest collaborators. I do not welcome spam, fake praise, copy paste solicitation, bottings, pressure tactics, or people pretending to care about my story only to sell me something. If someone truly respects my work, they should respect my boundaries, my ownership, my time, and my right to verify everything before agreeing to anything. I'm not going to spend my hard earned money to all these low bots and low engaging, recently or a few days made account on DeviantArt, ArtStation, and Facebook or Instagram. For future safety, I will treat these messages carefully. I will not click unknown links. I will not give personal or financial information to unknown users. I will not agree to comic, webtoon, animation, or adaptation work without a clear written agreement. I will report or block accounts that appear to be spam or repeated solicitation. I will also keep building my DeviantArt page, my Wattpad stories, and my general Sunbeam creative platform with caution and professionalism to the best of my abilities, though I cannot guarantee that. All right, let me delete all this. Oh, my back hurts. Oh. Oh. So yes, this does not mean I am giving up on collaboration. It means I want better collaboration. I want to make that clear. I'm just pointing out all those annoying solicitation, those cold turn your story into comic bull crap. These copy paste comments on Steven Art and any other related art platform like that is going on, including any other copy and paste similar messages on Rumble with the search engine optimization and influencer related solicitation too. I've been calling them out and trying to put it all on YouTube and Rumble, all on blast. I want artists and writers who communicate honestly, transparently. I want people who actually care about supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. Like I really want people to actually read and really feel immersed. So again, I want people to actually care about supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. My original concept and my stories that I have been writing on Wattpad since 2013. My original characters and my long-term goal of building an anime style project. I want real support, not hollow sales pitch. At the end of the day, creators should not have to feel suspicious every time someone compliments their work. But in today's online world, caution is necessary. With AI, with advanced technologies, and all these advanced innovations, we have to be very cautious and wary about artificial intelligence and deep fakes and blackmail, all these dishonesty and all these art scraping. I know there's been a lot of disagreement and a lot of protests and anger and disagreement with artificial intelligence, especially in AI art. I understand that. But still, I still use ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI for fun. And I do disclose that I use AI and I am very honest about it. And for anyone that is choosing to be dishonest, that's on them. I would call them out if I am being a victim of a scam or blackmail or deepfake. I will put it on blast and I will not hesitate to screenshot and to put that on the record for my own protection and to prevent controversies, false controversies, and any false narratives. I have not done anything critically wrong. I have not put anyone in danger or in the hospital. I don't believe in firearms and I don't believe in violence. I am a total peacemaker, a pacifist. I believe in diplomacy, trying to get along with people, and again, keeping the peace, keeping the community safe, and to be as transparently honest as I can. As long as I do not put anybody in the hospital, there's no record or any camera sightings. I was just gonna leave it at that. But I want to make sure that your hard-earned money is protected and that we're putting all these scammers and dishonest, bad businesses and shady businesses behind bars, calling them out, documenting this into content creation, live stream, addressing this openly on the internet and making sure our voice are heard loud and clear, crystal clear as it can be. So yes, with AI being heavily integrated into everyday life now, into every technology, you have to be very cautious and protective against your intellectual property, protecting your copyrighted work. And I've been studying this a lot because I want to produce my own anime, and I am trying to heavily watermark and copyright my work so it doesn't get scraped or stolen and misused. But I'm just gonna have it out for free anyway, but heavily watermarked. So again, a compliment is welcome, a conversation is welcome, a professional offer can be welcome. But pressure, vague promises, off-platform pushing, and repeated commission baits should always be treated carefully and to be exercised with caution. The message to other writers is this: protect your stories, protect your characters, protect your inbox, and protect your peace. Appreciation should feel respectful and not manipulative or in any way that feels solicited. Collaboration should feel clear and not confusing or off or shady. Real creative support should help a writer grow, not make them feel targeted or in any way not make them have to feel like they have to spend money. I don't like cold outreach solicitors, and I cannot stress that enough. All right. And lastly, to wrap this up, Planet Otaku will be closing its door on June the 3rd. I read I read on their Facebook message on their Facebook page that Planet Otaku somewhere in San Antonio, south past ATX, here in somewhere in Central Texas or within Texas, will be closing its door at June the 3rd. And I don't know what the reason. Probably they don't have enough customers or they lost or something. It's personal, but I won't get into much detail. And just reminiscing Upple's Anime Austin, Houston, San Antonio. Used to go to Upple's Anime in Austin when they opened his door in the Austin area, somewhere in Central Texas. But it was history now. It is now archived. And Upple's used to exist for 4 years or for a few years, and they closed his door around 2017 due to not enough business, not enough customers, not enough support. It is a short term. And I know the owner and the employees, the surrounding employees. Are in partnership with Ikicon for 3 years, and I know there's been a lot of mixed bag of good, the bad, and ugly reviews. A lot of good things, bad things, and ugly things said about Upple's Anime and any. Okay, continuing on where I left off here on this content video, uh, having to branch some multiple content here and try to piece them all together and then try to apply the transition phase. So at the time of this recording, I just got back from doing a pool monitor in this community neighborhood, working about 3 hours. So yeah, I'm back. Once again, I am General Sunbeam. This is a solar news, streaming, and content creation here. So continuing, wrapping up today's solar news style commentary. Today's discussion covered several real life updates, community topics, and personal creator goals. I want to continue speaking openly about content creation, local community work, anime culture, gaming, cosplay conventions, and the creator economy here in Texas, especially around Central Texas, Pflugerville, Austin, and the wider ATX area and its surroundings. Boulder Ridge, by some communities in South Pflugerville, Texas, remains one of the community topics I want to highlight. The neighborhood is connected to manufactured home, living, local community life, and seasonal part-time work opportunities. Boulder Ridge is also hiring seasonal part-time pool attendants slash pool monitors. Anyone interested should search the official Sun Communities Careers website. Google search that Sun Communities Careers website and look for the Boulder Ridge pool attendant position in Pflugerville, Texas, USA. I also want to continue discussing the larger anime, gaming, cosplay, and otaku culture economy in Texas. Central Texas has potential for anime shops, conventions, or pop up events. Vendors, artists, cosplayers, live streamers, writers, voice actors, and independent creators like myself. Austin, Pflugerville, Round Rock, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, and other Texas areas or surrounded within Central Texas, USA, all have fandom communities that deserve attention to be noticed, support, and stronger visibility and transparency. Anime stores, conventions, fan events, vendors, and artists all help build the culture. These spaces matters because they give fans a place to connect, shop, cosplay, promote artwork, discover new creators or discover new fandom of interest and support local fandom businesses and pretty much networking. At the same time, creators and consumers deserve honest, open transparency, professionalism, fair communication, and respect for their hard-earned money. This commentary is my personal opinion, public discussion, and creative expression protected under both the First Amendment rights and the open door policy of employment, specifically W-2 employment. Again, open door policy to speak my mind, to speak up and speak out without retaliation or any consequences, wrongful consequences. I am speaking my mind as a content creator, live streamer, Asian male model, and in the content creator arena and political arena, writer, streamer, and independent commentator. I believe in open communication, fair discussion, honest criticism, and respectful public dialogue. My goal is not only to entertain, and I doubt I'll be able to entertain anybody. I'm a boring professional amateur content creator, to be honest, at best. Ooh, my chest. Ooh. But also, to document, promote, question, observe, and speak honestly about the world around me, of what's going on around the world here. My long term goal is to grow General Sunbeam into a stronger creative platform. The General Sunbeam brand, the GS brand, the sun shaped icon, my watermark, personal watermark with a GS in the middle. I want to continue building my presence on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, DeviantArt, Wattpad, and other platforms that I'm planning to spread across, like MySpace, Twitter X, Pinterest, Patreon. I don't know about OnlyFans. I used to have an OnlyFans. Fans, Buy Me a Coffee, Blue Sky, just about any other platform, including international social media platforms out there. I also want to keep promoting my original story project, Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains. Again, Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains on Wattpad. And eventually work toward producing my own anime style project inspired by my original characters, world building, original concept, and storytelling. Content creation is competitive, and I know that, and I hate it so much. I really hate the competition and the oversaturations of trying to be seen, heard, and read, and to go viral, and to be popular, and to be successful and prosperous of what you do, hobby wise. But I am still moving forward and progressing. Every view, comment, follow, repost, share, and subscription followers help support the journey, and I appreciate it. I deeply appreciate your assistance and all that to help me get there and to reach the in-game career goal. And okay, I was checking the Facebook Messenger or Instagram or whatever chats. But yes, again, content creation is competitive, but I am still moving forward. Every view, comment, follow, repost, share, and subscription helps support the journey. And I am very thankful for all of you viewers, audience that choose to subscribe or follow me long term through the end of days. Thank you very much. I am working, grinding, documenting real life while suffering possible high blood pressure or serious health concern with my heart and my chest, with my weight. Ever since I went to my doctor, I weigh about almost 200 pounds. I am like 6 feet, close to 6 feet, 5'9" to be precise. And I do have chest and cardiac problem. As I have seen, I would say I'm borderline, or I would just considerably say that I have high blood pressure. Stage 1 or spike and hypertensive problem with my chest, cardiac, and heart, with my respiratory system. I mean, I feel quite alert, a little bit hyper, and again, chest problem. I felt that little pressure right there. So as I was saying, yes, I am working, grinding, documenting real life, and monitoring my health at best. But yes, I'm already feeling the impact of the high blood pressure. Building my creative brand and trying to grow into a more successful independent creator. Hopefully, I can live long enough to get there. I don't want to end up like what happened to Monty Ohm. Similarly, as far as my health goes. Anyway, so yeah, and then briefly we're gonna talk about Upos. Upos and Anime Pop Austin. Upos, it was owned by Franklin Moorman. He opened 3 stores: Upos Anime Austin, Upos Anime San Antonio, Upos Anime Houston, and they all closed down by 2017. There were a lot of problems, but Upos has a mixed bag of good, bad, and ugly blog and reviews about the owner. One of the store employees quit and resigned, but they hired in a manager, and there was that employee who worked there until the store closed down, and that was it. So does Anime Pop in the Austin area and Airport Boulevard near Kinokuniya, the Japanese bookstore. In the presence of Lamar, Anime Pop Austin, it closed down, and it wasn't a April Fool's joke. It actually closed down, and sadly, that's about it. Now the successor is Minaso, and the Kitty Claw, Cat Claw, or something. I don't know what's it called, but there's one nearby here. So the successor is Minaso and the Cat Claw. That's what I can say briefly about those. And well, I still have a place in my heart that I am still an anime otaku fan, and this whole anime pop culture, and anime convention cosplay culture, or so, as well as this whole geek fandom and otaku fandom with training cards and tabletops and all that dingamajig. Yep, still has some place in my heart. I mean, I grew up going to conventions since 2012 and been going to convention for almost a decade, or pretty much around a decade, or twice a decade altogether from 2012 to now. But I grew up going to convention and grew up playing tabletop and playing games. Now I'm just here to try to chase my dream goal is to produce my own anime, like Monty Ohm's Ruby with Rooster Teeth and the big three: Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and then the rest of the Shonen Jump anime. But but that's all I gotta say. Follow me on Rumble and Instagram, General Sunbeam. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, General Sunbeam. Support the journey, share the content, and help the Solar News platform grow. Help me grow, be successful and prosperous. And thank you for watching, hearing me out from start to finish. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting. This is General Sunbeam continuing the grind and moving forward. Peace.